back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be doing another Call of Duty commentary, and for today's commentary, I'm going to be doing a weapon guide on the ZK-383 submachine gun here in Call of Duty WW2. So yeah, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's actually dive right into the commentary. So if you guys actually did not know, yesterday I actually put out a tweet saying that I'm looking for new background music to use in my videos, and I said that person that links the best song to the tweet will actually be getting a shout out in today's video. So I decided to go ahead and do something a little bit different, and that is, instead of actually shouting out one person, I'm going to be shouting out every single person that commented on that tweet. I really do appreciate it because I'm looking for new music to use in my videos. So in the description, I'm going to be linking every single person's Twitter that commented on that tweet. So if you do have a Twitter account, make sure you go ahead and follow them, as well as next week I'm going to look through all the music that people linked, and the ones I like the most, I'm going to be starting to use them in my videos. So I just wanted to say that before we actually get too far into today's video. So as per usual, with the weapon guide videos that I do make on Call of Duty WW2, I will be going over the stats of the created class and how you should actually play with that created class in the game. So let's get started with the stats of the ZK-383 submachine gun. The damage profile of the weapon is 30 damage up close, dropping off to 19 damage at distance. Damage multipliers is 1.1 to the head. Weapon class is of course a submachine gun. Magazine size is 32 rounds and 48 with extended mag. Starting ammunition is 32 rounds in the magazine and 96 in reserve. Maximum ammunition is 32 rounds in the magazine and 192 in reserve. Reload time is 1.39 seconds. Rate of fire is 652 RPM with the slow firing mode, and the rate of fire is 810 RPM with the fast firing mode. Recoil is low for the slow firing mode, as well as the recoil is pretty high for the fast firing mode. Now, if you do want to unlock this submachine gun in the game, all you have to do is prestige the cavalry division. And if you guys would like to, feel free to comment down below, would you like me to make a video talking about how you can actually prestige the cavalry division the fastest in Call of Duty WW2, because this was actually a new division that was added to the game on June 25th, and this was added as a part of an update the day before Call of Duty WW2 DLC 3 came out for the game. And prestiging the cavalry division is a little bit tricky and it does take a long time. However, I was able to do it within 2 days after the division release, so if you guys would like to see that video, feel free to comment down below. So that's going to be the stats for the ZK-383 submachine gun. Now I'm going to be moving over to the created class I have for today's video. Alright guys, so as you can see on your screen right now, this is going to be the created class I have for today's video. Of course, I am going to be using the airborne division, and that's just because the airborne division is really good for submachine guns in Call of Duty WW2. I am going to be using the ZK-383 submachine gun, of course, because that's the weapon guide video that I'm making. I'm actually going to be using the standard weapon. I don't have any variants for it. My first attachment is going to be extended mags, quick draw, as well as suppressor. Now I noticed that with this submachine gun, I really do like using suppressor. It's kind of odd because for a lot of the submachine guns, I really do not use suppressor. However, on this weapon, I noticed that it's really good, especially if you're going to be playing something like team deathmatch or free-for-all where you really don't want to be on the radar. Another attachment that I use for this class, and that's quick draw, and that's just because you want to aim down sight as quickly as you possibly can, and extended mags is really good, and that's just because the fire rate on this weapon is actually pretty high, so if you put on extended mags, you won't be running out of ammunition as quickly. I'm going to be using Hunker as my basic training, and that's just because you don't want to get blown up by grenades. And as per usual with my standard created class videos, I'm going to be using the P08 with extended mags for my secondary weapon, as well as I'm going to be using the sticky bomb as well as the flash grenade. Now I do say this in a lot of my weapon guide videos for Call of Duty WW2, and that's when it comes to the secondary weapon, it really just depends on which weapon you like the most. For me, I usually use the 9mm SAP, however recently I got the new heroic variant of the P08. So since I got the new heroic variant, I want to go ahead and try it out, so that's how come I am going to be using the P08 for today's video. And the same rule applies for the sticky bomb as well as the flash grenade. If you prefer the standard grenade over the sticky bomb, or if you like using a different tactical grenade, feel free to go ahead and use it. So that's going to be the class that I have for today's video. Now I'm going to be talking about how you should actually play with this class in Call of Duty WW2 multiplayer. Now the ZK-383 submachine gun is a very interesting weapon in the game, being that there's really no weapon in the game that's very similar to it. It has two fire rates as well as the damage is quite low as compared to other submachine guns in the game. I would say that for this class, I would recommend that you stay between close to medium range, and that's just because if you're going to be using the fast fire rate mode for this weapon, you can take out enemies very quickly as long as you go ahead and land those shots, because the damage on it is quite low. However, you can also stay to those medium ranges and kind of use it as an assault rifle, being that the recoil is actually quite controllable if you're going to be using the slow fire rate mode, and the iron sights are very clear, which means that you can take out enemies at longer ranges for a submachine gun. However, I wouldn't really recommend that you try challenging people at those super long ranges because the damage really does drop off with this submachine gun. If I were to compare the fast fire rate mode to the slow fire rate mode to any other submachine gun in the game, I would say that the fast fire rate mode is very similar to something like the Thompson. However, the slow fire rate mode is more similar to something like the grease gun. And overall, I really do like this submachine gun in Call of Duty WW2, and I would highly recommend that you go ahead and actually prestige the cavalry division so that way you can unlock this submachine gun. If you actually did not know, with the recent Liberty Strike event for Call of Duty WW2, Sledgehammer Games added more variants of the ZK-383. Originally, there was only the base variant that you got for prestiging the cavalry division, and then it had one epic variant. However, now there are more epic variants as well as a heroic variant of this weapon. So if you unlock a variant of a supply drop, you can use that. However, you won't be able to use the base variant. You can only unlock the base variant by prestiging the cavalry division. So yeah guys, that's going to conclude today's weapon guide video. Now, I want to say thank you because my recent Call of Duty WW2 weapon guide videos have been doing very well on the channel. So a lot of people really do enjoy those videos, and if you guys would like to, feel free to comment down below some weapons you would actually like to see me do weapon guide videos on. So yeah, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to drop a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss a new upload from me. We are on the grind to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, so if you guys would like to subscribe, that would really help me out. So yeah, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope to see you in the next one.